Now, in this question, we have in the diagram below, TS is a tangent to the circle PQRS. If PR equals to PS and PQR equals 117, calculate RST. Calculate RST. This is the angle we are looking for. And this angle is in alternate segment to this one. Because you can see that from this point of contact, we have the chord, and that line now form a triangle. So the angle that we have here is equal to this angle. That is what is called alternate segment. But how are we now going to do that? How are we now going to do that? You can first get this angle, because this is cyclic quadrilateral. PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral, and you all know that opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. So we have RSP or PSR plus 117 is equals to 180 degrees. Reason: opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral. So PSR is now equals to 180 minus 117. Then what is the difference? 63 degrees. So this angle is 63 degrees. But you can still see that in that triangle PRS is an isosceles triangle where the two base angles are equal. And which angle is equal to this angle is this. So PRS is equal to PSR, and that is 63 degrees. Reason: base angles of isosceles triangle. So this angle also is 63 degrees. So we can now use some of angle in the triangle to get this angle. So RPS plus 63 is equals to 180. That is sum of angles in a triangle. Sum of angles in a triangle. So we now have this as RPS plus 126. 63 plus 63 is 126 equals 180 degrees. RPS is equals to 180 minus 126 degrees. And that will give us what? 54. So RPS is equal to 54 degrees. So if this angle is 54 degrees, now don't forget that this angle is in the alternate segment to this RST. RST is equal to RPS, which is equal to 54. Reason that is alternate segment. And that is the answer. Therefore, RST is equal to 54 degrees. Is that the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is how to solve the first one. Then in the second one, this is the first assignment. In the second one, this is the diagram. We have this. What? Now this is the question here. We have this as a tangent. This is a tangent. This is a tangent. At the point of contact here, we have this side. This one is parallel to this. This is a line too. This is also a line. Then we have a triangle here. Okay. Now from this, we have this as S. SA, SAT, we have A, B, C, D, and E. Then this one is 5x, this one here is x, this one is 60, and this angle is, this line is parallel to this. Now, let me read the question again. In the diagram below, TS is the tangent to the circle at A, AB is parallel to CE, angle ABC is 5x degree, angle ADB is 60 degree, and angle TAE is equals to x. TAE is equals to x. Find the value of x. The value of x is what we are looking for in this diagram. But one thing I want to explain here is that is why you must know how to locate angle in the alternate segment. This is the point of contact, and we have a chord here. And the thing now form a triangle. You know that angle that we have here is equal to what? It's 60 degree. So it means that BA or ADB or BDA is equals to BAS, which is equals to 60 degree. Reason is alternate segments. Alternate segments. So this angle here is 60 degree. But I still want to do something again. Now that this line here is parallel to this, I can extend this line. I can extend it so that this point here will become T. I can also extend this one. But what I want to do here is that as this line here, as this one is 60, this angle is also 60. Because it's like we now have the diagram like this. We now have the diagram like this. 60, 60. That is what is called corresponding angle. Yes, BAS is equals to ATE, and that is what? 60 degree. Reason, corresponding angle. So now you can make use of the theorems. So we now have this. X plus 60 is equals to 5x. That is exterior angle of the triangle. Then we now have 60 is equals to 5x minus 5x minus x. 60 is equals to 4x. 60 all over 4 is equals to x. Then we have 15 degree equals x. That is what we are looking for. 15 is equals to x. I hope it is clear. So that is how far we can go on this circle geometry. Angled bearing. Acute angle bearing and three-figured bearing. Three-figure bearing. Acute angle bearing and three-figure bearing. Go stop. Now look at these topic, bearing and distances. In this topic, interpretation is very important because once you miss the interpretation, there's no way you can get the answer. And from that short note given to you that bearings are the clockwise angular relationship between two distant places measured in degree from the north. That is what is called angular clockwise movement. Clockwise movement. You know that from the wall clock, when you have 12, when it is 12 o'clock, then the thing will start moving from 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. That is clockwise movement. That shows that in bearing, if you want to interpret the question, you must always start from the north. Please pay attention to this. You must always start from the north. Okay? And according to the notes, you know, there is what is called 4 cardinal points. You all know that this is what is called 4 cardinal points: north, south, east, and west. Okay? This is 4 cardinal points. And if you want to move, you start from the north. Because if you have the bearing I mean, in three figures, when you have something like 0, 30 degree, this is three figures bearing. You cannot just write 30 degree as bearing. No, if it is bearing, you must have three figures. And if I want to use acute angle bearing is the same thing as compass bearing. You can say north 30 degree east. North 30 degree east is the same thing as 0, 30 degree. If I use 0, 30 degree, it means I must start from the north. But if I use north 30 degree east, it's still the same thing. But this one is telling us that we are going to start from the north. Because we in Nigeria too, we have 6 geopolitical zones. We have north central. We have north central. We have south. We have northeast. We have northwest. We have southeast. We have southwest. This shows that north and south are the reference points in bearing. There's nothing like east-south or west-south or west-north. Okay, so in compass bearing or acute angle bearing, we can use north 30 degree east or north 30 degree west or south 30 degree east or south 20 degree east or south 40 degree west. There's nothing like west 30 degree south. Nothing like that. Are you with me now? So it means that if you now have this, you have north, if you have north 30 degree west. North 30 degree west is different from north 30 degree south. So if it is north 30 degree west now, it's going to be like this. North, you are moving towards west. This is 30. We now put 30 degree here. It means that this north 30 degree west that we have here, in three figures bearing, is going to be 330 degree. Because if you now want to move in three figures now, you start moving 90, 180, 270, plus 60. That will give you 330 degree in three figures. Because at times, as an objective, they can ask you to find the equivalent angle to any given angle. Maybe the angle is being expressed in compass bearing, then you now ask to find the equivalent angle to that. So that is how to do it. And then we also have some keywords in bearing. Like when you move due north, moving due north shows that you are keeping that straight line. This is due north. When you move due north, this is due north. Due south, due east, and due west. And then let's assume that's why you must always pay attention to every sentence that you have in a question. If an aeroplane is moving, or if a man is moving, maybe a man move on a bearing of 30 degrees from a point A to another point B. On getting to that point, then he changes direction. It is different from when two men are moving. For example now, a man moves from a point A, this is the man here, because I cannot use distance to move. We can only use bearing to move. On a bearing of 30 degrees now, 30 degrees, this is 30 degrees. From A to B, the man is now here. The man is now here. Then that man now changes direction from here, not from here again. But if you have two men, and the two men are moving, so if one now move on the bearing of 30 degrees, maybe the other one now move on the bearing of 120 degrees, that's another thing entirely. Because this is the starting point for the two of them. It is different from when a man is moving. If you have a man that is moving now, on getting to this place, you now come back to B, that is wrong interpretation. And there's no way you can get the answer. So you must always pay attention to this. Is that taken? Yes. Now, write this question down. Find the bearing of a point X. Find the bearing of a point X from Y. Find the bearing of a point X from Y. Find the bearing of a point X from Y. If the bearing of Y from S. If the bearing of Y from X. If the bearing of Y from X is 110 degrees. If the bearing of Y from X is 110 degrees. Now let us interpret this question. Now we have this. We have this. Find the bearing of a point S from Y. If the bearing of Y from X. If the bearing of Y from X. You are going to draw S first. If the bearing of Y from X. This is X. This is point X. This is X. Okay, let them see the cardinal point. Okay, so if the bearing of Y from S is 110, so this is north. 110. 110, using 110 here is 3 figures bearing. And you start from the north. This is the north. 110. 110 is less than 180. You stop on this point and draw the line. Now, some students, they are fond of, when they now have the first cardinal, they first draw the second cardinal point before joining the 2 points together. It's wrong. So make sure you draw the line first. This is the line. Then on getting to this place, then you now draw another line that is parallel to this one. Let the line be parallel to this, because we are going to use what is called alternate angle. This line is parallel to this, while this one too is parallel to this. I hope that one is taken. So this is point 1. Okay. Then I will now go back to that question. The bearing here is 110. This is 110. Then I am now going to find the bearing of x from y. In order to find the bearing of x from y, you now start moving from the north. From the north again. It is very important to draw this. Not 90, 180, 27, until you get to the point that connect the line that connect the 2 points together. This is the line that connect the 2 points together. Then you stop on that line. Then how are you now going to do this? It depends on how you want to do this. You can say from here to here is 110. From here to here is 90. This is 20. You know that? Or if I don't want to use that method, I can say, okay, from here to here is 110. From here to here is 180. I can subtract 110 from 180 and get this as what? 70. It's still right. Okay? So when you now get this as 20, I can say this is 20, this is 20. That is what is called alternate angle. Okay? Alternate angle. Or this one is 70, this is also 70. That is what is called alternate angle. So for me now to find the bearing, now the bearing of x from y is, if I want to get the bearing of x from y, it's going to be 270 plus. You can now see the movement that I did not stop on that 270. I stop on the line that connects the 2 points together, which is 270 plus 20. So it is now 270 plus 20, and the answer is now 290 degrees. Are you with me now? But if I don't want to use 290, you can still express the answer in active angle theory or compass theory by saying or not 70 degrees west. Not 70 degrees west. The two are the same. It's either you express it as 290 degrees or not 70 degrees west. Is that taken? It's not 20 degrees west, so you cannot jump this angle. Not 70 degrees west or 290. Is that taken? Write it out. Example 2. If the bearing of A from B is, if the bearing of A from B is 247 degrees, if the bearing of A from B is 247 degrees, find the bearing of B from A. Find the bearing of B from A. Find the bearing of B from A. Now look at this one too. The question is, if the bearing of A from B, which point are we going to draw first? B. So this is point B. This is point B. Let them see the bearing point. Now the bearing of A from B is 247. Please look up. 247 is start from the north. 90, 180. 247 is less than 270, right? Okay, then you have it here. Okay, so this is 247. 247. Then this point here is what? A. Please don't draw it in such a way that this line will not be parallel to this one. We are using parallel lines. Is that taken? Now, how are we now going to find the bearing of B from A? To find the bearing of B from A, you start from the north. You can say the answer is less than 90 degrees. That is why you must always draw the movement for you to know what is likely to be the answer. So this is the answer now. But let us now calculate it. It depends on how you want to do it, because you can say you can subtract this 247 from 270 and get this one. Or I can say, okay, I want to subtract 180 from 247 and get what? 67. This angle is 67, right? In fact, when You don't need to write 247 again. It is that 247 that I used to get that 67. Are you with me now? And this is 67, it is alternate today, 67. So what will be the answer? Bearing of B from A is 067. Please don't write 67, but 067 degree. Or not 67 degree east. If it is compass bearing or anti-angle bearing, I can use 2 figures. But if it is 3 figures bearing, you must use 3 figures. So 067 degree or not 67 degree east. Is that taken? Okay? So because of the weather, I'm going to stop here and give you assignments. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? The bearing of P from Q, the bearing of P from Q is 056 degree. The bearing of P from Q is 056 degree. Full stop. Oh, comma, please, comma. Find the bearing of Q from P. Find the bearing of Q from P. Find the bearing of Q from P. Number 2. The bearing of a bed on a tree. The bearing of a bed on a tree from a hunter. The bearing of a bed on a tree from a hunter on the ground is not 68 degree east. Is not 68 degree east. Not 68 degree east. Full stop. What is the bearing of the hunter from the bed? What is the bearing of the hunter from the bed? What is the bearing of the hunter from the bed? So take these two as assignments. Do them.